Hello? My name...
I know who you are.
Who are you?
The Giver. When the elders need guidance, I provide wisdom using memories of the past. Our world was different. There was more.
More?
Much more.
Young adult novels and young adult stories, they're the popular thing today.
They are, man.
And they're making, you can tell when it's become a trend, when they start releasing movies and you don't even know that they're out or they're coming out. Did you know that this was coming out until like a week ago?
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, I guess they sent us a thing about the premiere maybe several weeks ago in LA or something like that. But yeah, I was like, I ain't never heard of this. But apparently amongst kids and Tommy, book's very popular.
Who wrote the book?
I don't know.
Lois somebody. I forgot
Lois. I know that like it not only was a popular book, it's a banned book.
It's a banned book?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know this movie was coming out. Apparently this is popular among the youth out there, and for some people,
Newbery Award winner,
and for some people out there, it's required reading. At least it was for Tommy. Now, in this movie right here, being that it is one of the things that they're doing young adult novels. I mean, young adult is cool these days. It was never like this when I was a kid, where they're taking stuff like post-apocalyptic scenarios and dystopian scenarios, and they're making stories out of them for the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is no different here. And usually, it's about them just saying, fuck the kids.
Right.
Yeah, we finally figured out what's wrong with society. Teenagers. You got to get rid of them, or at least kind of keep them under control by any means necessary. And with this one, we have a society where everybody is the same, to the point where they are so bland they don't even see color no more.
That's right. That's true.
They've taken any kind of spontaneity in life out of the picture. Now, the reason why that this is called The Giver is because the title character is played by Jeff Bridges, The Giver. And what he does, he takes one kid, Brendan Thwaites, who plays Jonas. He takes this kid, and usually what they choose one special kid because they say, you know what, we gotta choose carefully, because whoever this new kid that's going to be taking over the position of being the giver, well, we fuck up his mind. Where you think about coming from society where your life has just been calm and happy and nothing has changed,
right?
No surprises, and then all of a sudden they put the Vietnam War in your head.
Yeah, it is one where every day you take your injection, so you don't have too much emotion. It's programmed what you're gonna do. It's kind of like Divergent, where you reach maturity, and they go like, okay, well, this is gonna be your job from now on.
Exactly.
You take care. This is your slot. This is your slot. And his is just like you get to be the keeper of information. Jeff Bridges has been the keeper of information. He's going to pass it on to you. Now, you get to find out about our past. You get to find out about emotions, all this stuff that nobody else gets. You just got to keep it to yourself.
Yeah. And what they're doing here, people, I just got to let you know right now. So you're watching this trailer here, and you're seeing a lot of color everywhere. They're doing some Wizard of Oz shit right here. Most of the movie is in black and white. And they don't want to show you that. They're even showing some scenes from the movie that were in black and white. They're showing you in color in the trailer because they know people.
They know the kids these days. They go like, black and white. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard enough time getting adults to go see some black and white movie. I mean, you think kids going to go see that? But one of the good things I have to say about the movie is that it is creative in that sense, and that they're playing with all the technical aspects of the storytelling here. I mean, to kind of accommodate the narrative. I mean, I never read the book. I don't know if that's something in the book where they say all these people just don't see color or anything, but they use the black and white very creatively here. I think one of the things that I don't like about the movie is that it's one of those films where the world's been fucked up for years.
Yeah.
For years, generations. I mean, because they got this down, what they're doing.
Right.
Tried and proven.
Right.
And it's one of those movies where it just takes about, 48 hours to change everything. I mean, a revolution happens, the world changes, and everybody just all of a sudden, you know what? Well, wow, you were right. We shouldn't have been doing this all the time.
It is one of those things where you wonder, like in the book, like, does it take, years for it to happen? But here they go like, look, we got an hour and a half. And we ain't got time to be, showing years. They should do it. Something about this movie, it's directed by Philip Noyce, but it's really like, this is Jeff Bridges' project.
Oh, it is?
Like, he's been trying to get this movie made for 18 years.
Well, you know what? If that's the case, why don't he show up sober on the set? Because Jeff Bridges is walking on movies now like he just came from the bar. And he's coming on.
He took that Crazy Heart character too seriously.
It's like he started drinking on the set of Crazy Heart. He became an alcoholic late in life. Jeff Bridges just walk on the set unshaven and just when he's talking, he's like, I'm the giver. You know, it's like, goddamn, are you acting? Are you fucked up right now? Like in this scene right here. I mean, I can tell he's trying to be, because in the movie, all these people, they have to speak a certain way. They have to speak in ways that don't confuse people and be very polite all the time.
That's true, man. If you say something kind of vague or emotional, people are like precision of language.
Precision of language, yeah. If you don't say I apologize or thank you, you thought your mama was like, hey, where your manners at? Wait till the police come down on your ass. You didn't say please. Okay, shit, I'm sorry. But Jeff Bridges don't give a fuck. He's up there talking. Look like if you look closely, you can still see whiskey in his beard.
It's red. Just like her hair.
Yes. Red, green, blue, many different colors. But our people, they chose to do away with all of them. They created saviors. If we were different, we could be envious, angry, consumed with hatred. We need sameness, don't you think?
Oh, I can.
Yeah, I need a drink.
Still, it's also beautiful.
No, I mean, tell me y'all ain't looking at him because he's leaving looking like, well, where the fuck am I right now?
Well, you know what? It's funny. You think about it. Like, he went from being the dude who drank White Russians all the time to Crazy Heart, where he was a drunk. Then True Grit, where he seemed to be drinking. He seemed to be drunk the whole time in that.
Yeah, that's true. So he just kind of developed alcoholism just by his projects that he chose. I mean, right now, he's looking for a bar right now. He's about to walk off that ledge trying to find a drink. And, you know, another thing about this movie, now y'all know me, I was looking at it, and when I'm watching this film, I'm sitting up there saying, it's one of those movies where ain't no black people in the future.
Well, yeah, I know. That is like part of their sameness.
But that's what I was saying. I was like, man, you know, you see some futures where at least they show a black man in the background, you know, standing behind somebody picking up trash or something.
Not here.
I was like, y'all ain't got one.
I think I saw somebody who might have had some slightly brown skin.
Slightly.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell if they were mulatto or just tan.
Right.
Like they've been out in the sun all day. You know, your job is picking up trash in the sun. But I was looking at this and I said, ain't no white people. I mean, ain't no black people in, just white people. And then I started to think, I said, now calm down, Corey. It's probably for a reason. And sure enough, that's what it was. It was something about it. And that's how the future would be if some people could have it. But what I like about the movie, with all these white supremacists out there saying we need to get rid of all people and of color and everything will be fine. This movie's saying, no, it won't. It'll just be another level of being fucked up somehow.
Supposedly. I mean, possibly. Because, you know what? Unlike Divergent, which was like, oh yeah, all this bad shit happened, so now we have this society that really kind of doesn't make sense. Here, they give you more of a reason. They give you a bit more backstory. And while it's a society that we look at and go like, I don't know, man, I wouldn't want to live in that. I think they made a good case for why they have this society this way. Matter of fact, it's very similar to Equilibrium and that whole like, hey, don't have emotions because you know what that leads to. But Equilibrium, I was just kind of like, I'm enjoying the gun fu, but when I look at like how this is set up, I'm not really buying it.
Oh yeah.
Here, I got more of like, yeah, okay, I get it. I mean, honestly, Meryl Streep is the, you know, she's the overlord of the whole thing.
Oh yeah, the chief elder.
Yeah, the chief elder. And, you know, she
ain't want to be fucked with.
Right. She's kind of the keeper of the law. And, you know, you're supposed to see her as like the villain who's holding people down, oppressing them.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like, you know what? I kind of see her point. Like the longer the movie went on, the more I was kind of like, I don't think she's wrong. Maybe she's taking it a little too far.
Hey, Martin, so you agree with Meryl Streep right here?
To a point.
Okay, you know, now you do realize that you said in my future, ain't no Negroes around. So you know this ain't your future, right?
I know.
I mean, she's looking at you right now. She's looking at you, Martin, like you need to be gone.
Right.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, you know we're gonna send you out, right? And by out, I mean.
And I will say this too. maybe in black and white looks a little bit better, but she looks great with long hair, man, and with long gray hair too. I think she looks nice. Y'all can't see the picture if you're listening, but Meryl Streep has long gray hair, and I think she looks kind of cute with that.
No, she's always looked kind of,
I don't know. I'm just saying. You know?
Yeah, the movie, I like how it plays with the black and white.
She looking at me like, well, I hate your hair.
There's a lot about this film I like. I will say that for the most part, it feels like an episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
and like almost like not even like a movie version, but more like a TV version. Mm-hmm. And that can be a turnoff to you. I mean, it could easily be a turnoff to you. There was times when I was just like, yeah, man, I wish it didn't feel so television-y. But then I recognized, like, well, you know what? They probably just had a tiny budget and they did what they could with it.
Yeah.
And for that, I also recognize that, like, you know what? They probably had a small budget and they got a lot out of it. They told the story, they got it out there. I could forgive that. The only thing that really comes back that I felt more like, this I'm not so cool with, is that it brings up a big topic. It's a high concept topic.
Yeah.
That by the end they go very simplistic on. It's like there's so many facets of this that need to be explored.
But that's what I'm talking about, Martin. There's a lot of complex things going on here, and the movie is an hour and a half, and it handles those complex issues very simply. I mean, just almost like you said, like we just need to get this story over with.
It's funny how much we come on here every week and talk about how movies don't need to be over an hour and a half and why they do that. And this is one of those movies where, like, no, you guys actually needed a longer running time.
Yeah, I can see that. And I like what you said about the budget there, because the movie does have a look. Tell me that movie didn't remind you of a lot of things from the 70s.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, right down to, in some cases I say it's good, in some cases I say it's bad. Sometimes the movie, it looks cheap, and then there's sometimes it looks like, all right, you just scaled everything down and you used your budget well. But for the most part, I think the simplicity, again, is not helped by how cost effective the movie looks. And here's another thing. Katie Holmes, she looks like somebody's mom today.
It's weird, man, because I look at it's really like Scientology just sucked all the life out of her.
She looked like Rocky Dennis right there, don't she? From Mask. I mean,
yeah, because man, before she got married to Tom Cruise, she was a very attractive woman, and now you look at it, it's okay, she's still thin, but like I don't know, just like something is missing out of her face, like the life is gone.
You know what? That's it. Tom Cruise wore that ass out. Look at that. I don't think she was even acting in the movie. When they say they ain't got no emotions, I think they just sucked her ass dry.
Yeah, exactly. Like she had to just to be married into Scientology, she had to just turn all those switches off.
And it was like, I looked at her and I remember when she was beautiful. I'm saying she still look good looking, but it look like somebody needs to sit her ass down and feed her a hamburger or something. Because she's looking too thin.
But it's not like she looks too thin. Her face just looks like, I don't know, like her skin is just kind of hanging, and she just looks sad. Like when they yell cut, like everybody's supposed to be kind of emotionless.
Yeah.
And like they yell cut and everybody's like, whoo, but she still's got that look.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I don't care.
I did like all the actors. I like the young actors. You see so many of these where some of the young actors are like a little too much or not enough. I thought all these guys were great. And the girl, I forgot her character's name. I didn't know the actress's name.
The redhead girl?
Yeah.
Katie Holmes. No, that girl right there.
Her. The whole time I kept looking at her, I was like, man.
Odea Rush, I believe, is that her name? Was she Fiona in the movie?
I think so.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Oh no. The whole time looking at her, I was like, man, Mila Kunis better watch out because we got another one coming right behind her.
Boy, Mila Kunis better kill this girl.
Yeah.
You know how lions kill cubs when they come into the tribe? Mila Kunis, you better murder this girl because she's up on that ass right now.
Yep.
And look, we're not looking at this as like in a pervy kind of way.
No.
She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah, she's ready to take those roles.
And she look at her. She looking right now like, yeah, I got your ass, Mila. Hey, it's done. I got my targets on you. And I liked Alexander Skarsgård.
Always like him.
Yeah, there's something about that guy that I like a lot. I don't know what it is. He looks like my friend Clint. You remember Clint?
Yeah, he does look like Clint. You're right.
But that guy does not get enough work, man.
I know.
He's great.
And granted, he had those years on True Blood.
That's true. But anyway, man, the movie, I don't know how to say this without making it look like I'm talking bad about the film. The movie is so simple and has and I admire the ending of this movie too. It's a very literary ending that they have for this.
Sure.
And I admire that they stuck with that. That showed me that they had some boldness going on there too. But it's just something about the simplicity of this movie. The movie is not bad. It's a good film. It's a small, good film that has the feeling of a good TV show that you watch. Like you said, an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Maybe this is longer than an episode of The Twilight Zone, but it's that simplicity that makes me say, I don't know about going to see this at the theater. I like it. I think. I'm trying to hide from clearing my throat. I think. You're getting real dramatic. I think that if you're a big fan of the book, out of curiosity, you might want to see what this film adaptation is like. And if you can't wait, go see it at a matinee. But for me, I'm going to say that this is a rental, and it's a good rental. I think it's something that if you saw it at the theater, you might be saying to yourself, I could have rented this on video and been just as happy.
It's tough because I'm right there with you. Where I feel like if you are a fan of the book, then I would say matinee. You know, why not? Go check it out. However, if you haven't heard of it, it's one of rental sounds like something bad. It's not. I mean, it's a high rental. It's a high rental that just so approaches low matinee.
I know a lot of people, they just have in their minds rental is bad. You watch stuff on TV all the time. You
exactly.
Like, hell, y'all going crazy over Netflix. This is a perfect Netflix movie right here. You like it. And you can freeze frame and watch Mila Kunis's Usurper.
Right.
all day long. No, it's a fine film. It's a fine film. Just not really needing an audience at the theater.
You know what? Now, fuck it. I'm going to give it a low matinee.
No, you already gave it a round. No changing in your mind right here. You said it.
It averages out to whatever you say.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that part out too. No, matinee. You want matinee?
Yeah, I give it a low matinee.
Okay, yeah.
I admire the ambition of it, and that so many of these movies will do things where I go, what? Like Divergent. I was like, it's okay, but there's so many areas where I'm like, the hell? All right, I'm gonna just ignore this and keep going. Yeah, and this managed to not do that.
Okay, then. All right, Martin. I'm gonna let you keep that rental and give it to this movie right here. You give it a rental.
I gave it a low matinee.
A low matinee. Okay, just making sure.
You can stop this. You can change things.